Selamat datang para Badira. Kita main disco Elysium nih. Ini malam gue belum pernah kan? Pernah sih. Tapi gimana ya? Kayak nyoba lagi sih. Jadi maksudnya malam ini streamnya santai aja sih. Nggak banyak ngomong juga kayaknya gue. Gue nemenin kalian tidur aja. Alright. Nih gue mikirnya ya, gue nggak tahu sih. Kan Bang Windah juga waktu itu pernah stream malam kan, dan stream malamnya itu pasti game-game yang tidak bocil gitu, karena bocil udah pada tidur kan. Gamenya gimana dah? Mikir mulu. Gue nggak tahu deh. Makanya kita lihat nih. Katanya storytellingnya bagus sih. Ceritanya bagus kayak detektif gitu. Gue harus pakai keyboard nggak? Atau nggak apa-apa? Disleksia font. Kayaknya pakai keyboard nggak apa-apa deh. Streamer mode apa nih? Copyright piece of music. Streamer mode kali ya. Malam-malam gimana, lapar apa? Aman sih, udah ada banyak roti-rotian. Which station can create post. Anjay, keren juga nih. Streamer mode. Nggak usah lah. Ada yang nonton juga. Udah, new game. Apa nih? Apa nih? Aman kan? Kamera tinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people. No. Kita kayak yang rata-rata aja nggak? Atau gue kameranya di mana ya? Aman-aman ya? Ya aman lah, pokoknya ada roti banyak, ada minum banyak, udah aman lah. Itu skill, ini kayak karakter kita cuy. Tinkernya pinter banget nih, tapi ke orangnya jelek. Ada create your own, mau create your own nih. Mau create your own nih. Kepintaran kita bodoh aja kali kita. Kita bodoh aja ya. Kita bodoh. Tapi kita bodoh tapi psyche apa? Preset aja gak sih? Bener sih, preset aja gak sih? Ntar malah susah lagi. Kita bodoh tapi kita motoriknya bagus banget. Terus fisiknya juga jelek. Dah, ini gak sih? Jadi kita psyche ini kayak kepintaran emosional. Kayaknya ini lebih agak kompleks deh game. PVZ Fusion. Besok Jil, serius besok. Nih, gue pengen coba. Iya, malam-malam tuh kan bocil-bocil udah pada nggak ngapa-ngapain. Jadi kayak lebih bisa main game yang serius banget. Kayaknya ya, nggak tau deh. Literally IQ disabled tapi gacor lari. Bener kayak ini your sense dikit lah. Apa kita preset aja? Presetnya gue takut tambah susah cuy. Ini pemikir atau sensitif? Nih ini sama kayak kita nih tadi. Kuat, fisikalnya kuat, terus kayak tapi bodoh gitu. Pelangga-pelangga tiba-tiba hiperaktif. Ini apa? Ensiklopedia. Apa nih? Plusnya. Jamnya orang dewasa. Ini kalian kalau mau sambil tiduran boleh sih, karena ini game juga lumayan. Oh, ini ada ininya cuy. Di bawahnya nih. Game-game banyak baca nih. Mending kata gue sensitif deh. Kayaknya itu yang paling psyche. Ini gue, oh iya bener. Research kepribadian lu bang. Nih kita ada Tinker ini pinter banget tapi jelek dengan orang. Jadi normis aja Muwn. Dan kayak mending Tinker kita ya. You not the Tinker, lo tau meme itu gak? You not the Tinker. Gue jadi Tinker aja deh, bebas. Nih kita ini.
Damn, ain't no water, bro. What the hell's going on, bro? Bro, what are you doing? You're not the thinker.
kita itu ya, the thinker kita. kita ini ya, the thinker aja ya. Oh nggak pindah gue. Mikir ya, the thinker aja. Gue nggak pindah tempat gue. Oh udah cuy. Tinker nggak bisa baku hantam ya, kita nggak mau baku hantam cuy. Bentar, ini gue chatnya gue matiin karena ini gue sepi kayaknya. Tinker aja, kita nggak mau baku hantam. Tapi sensitif apa ya? Psyche-nya ini bagus, kekuatan untuk menginfluence orang lain. Kita tinker aja deh, bener kayak gue banget ini. Literally me. Udah cocok tinker ya. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Cuman buat mikir.
Ever.
Aduh. Oh nggak kelihatan.
Never, ever.
Ini otak. Ini kayaknya agak ribet dah game-nya. Bukan ribet sih. Berat banget diksinya. Iya. Nggak, kita kan bodoh. Kita bodoh cuy sebenarnya. Kita pura-pura aja udah tinker. Kamu
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Adios. Terima kasih Jel ya, sudah mampir.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Tidak mengerti apa yang dia omongin sama cuy. What was that about the ex?
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon
Besok PVC Fusion, iya.
upon nothing.
Aman. I like
I
nothing.
know you do, baby. I know.
Ini kayak otak kita cuy. Bukan deh. Kayak otak kuno gitu. Nggak tahu ini otak kita atau otak kayak, maksudnya kayak dewa gitu.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Skizo, iya bener. Katanya ada kayak gitu juga tau. Karakternya bisa skizo gitu cuy. Bang, kira-kira kalau Jil nggak nonton gimana bang pas bang menang PPZ? Ya nggak apa-apa sih Jil, kan bisa nonton replaynya. Jangan-jangan ini bener tau. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning lights and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Ini aja deh.
You really?
Don't be naive, iya. Ini maksudnya ini menginginkan sesuatu dari orang yang gak mau ngasih kita apa-apa. Ya, gue mau keluar aja. Sumpah, wah di sini bener santai-santai. Nih, kita ini aja cuy. Kita pakai insting aja. Pakai insting. Yang kita rasakan aja. Limbic system ini apa? Sistem gerak. Don't care, I'm an idiot.
Sore, bloated man
Yes.
around you. A sensation. Like a
Okay.
fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and
Limb,
undignified
iya.
suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Kita tuh jadi sekarang tuh belum ada badan gitu. Dan
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
liquor tuh alkohol.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from
Iya, ceritanya nobody.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
Oh, ini skill kita cuy, ensiklopedia. Medium nih, sukses. Open your eye. Itu skill kita tadi, ensiklopedia. Kita kan pintar, tapi kita tahu fakta-fakta unik lah. Oh bener cuy, kita mabok. Dan yang tadi tuh kayaknya badan kita sih yang ngomong. Ini gimana mainnya? AWSD. Pakai celana nggak sih bos? Oh AWSD bener. He's naked raw. Aman, udah pakai celana cuy. Ini apa?
You hear a jingle.
Perception.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Keren banget deh.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Ada kunci.
The whirling in rags is a
Ada
hostel
narasinya.
cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock
Oh, nih. Kan tadi kita lihat nih ada wriggling in rags nama di kuncinya, terus di ensiklopedia ini kayak ini. Oh, wriggling rags ini hostel cafeteria di ini nih. Dock worker. Oke. Kenapa kita ada kunci itu? Tidak tahu. Kayaknya bisa nggak pakai AWSD deh men. Iya tuh nggak bisa pakai AWSD. Kita ambil aja nih. Hold tab to highlight. Game lama sih kayaknya. Batu ambil. Rolling empty. Ini AWSD. Itu apa yang nyangkut? Gimana ngambilnya? Oh, gue
This
matiin
fan
dulu
has
cuy.
2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Ini apa nih? Software fire. Apa ya anjir ini arti? Kita pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Ambil deh.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you
Gue
have
nggak ngerti apa itu.
is a truly hideous necktie.
Gak masuk
4
akal
or 5
pakai gambling.
different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Ini kayak coba lu bayangin kayak D&D deh. D&D kan, yang kayak step actionnya ada roll gitu, roll dice ya. Iya. Noter yuk.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Oh,
The
terus
lights
pusing
are
kita nyalainnya mati. Oke, kita keluar. Anjay, kayaknya ini bakal game lama sih. Ini kenapa nih? Pemabuk kita cuy. Ini kenapa?
The window stands broken in its frame.
Dekalasi Velden anjay, seriusan.
Blows in.
Oh, lu nungguin itu juga, Jil? Visual calculus easy 9. Oh, kita bisa nih 9. Tuh 90%, 92% berhasil. Apa nih? Oh, kita mikirin ini damage-nya bekas apa aja.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Oh, dari dalam gitu keluarnya. Apakah aku merusaknya dengan tanganku sendiri?
A fine web of scarring covered
Anjay, keren juga.
right.
Nggak tahu sih, mungkin ini bakal boring sih.
It's recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There
Oh,
are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in.
barusan gue liat jam Korea Selatan main. Nanti lawan siapa, Jil? Jam berapa? Gue temenin aja sampai ini, sampai bola.
Something you've done before.
More like a projected than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
It is too
Gas.
large for a bullet.
Jam berapa,
and
Jil,
too
emang?
small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Lebih besar daripada tangan kita, tapi nggak sebesar furniture dan nggak sebesar peluru. Hah? Jam 12:30, oke.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot.
Oh,
It
kaki
would
kita,
also be
sepatu kita.
heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you
Oh,
can still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
mungkin bukan gua kali.
Someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it?
Mungkin ya, iya. Ya mungkin bukan gua kali.
This person also forced the drinks on you.
Iya. Kalau misalnya ini orang bukan gua, orang ini juga yang lempar ini yang lempar ini juga nyengkokin kita minuman. Oh, I don't need it. Ini apa? Ini apa?
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Ah, maksudnya? I don't need it. Anyone. Gila nih orang. Kenapa kalau malam-malam itu lapar? Ambil baju, guys. Kayaknya gue jangan OST banyak-banyak deh. Terus kita satu doang, cuy. Sambil makan aja. Ini apa nih yang kau gantung? Oh, baju dalemannya. Ambil. Oh. Tadi ada ininya. Conceptualize a real statement to wear. Minus suggested unsavory odor. Bau cuy. Minus 1 aura nih. Oh. Bau katanya di sini. Kita pemabuk cuy, gerak dikit ada bacaan. Ini bener-bener kayak kita pusing, gimana deh cara ngelangin orang mabuk gimana? Ya udah, ini belum. Ngaca dulu ya?
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh, kerannya dicopot
Was
setengah.
this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring
Conceptualization apa ya maksudnya?
things. Probably not, no.
Enggak.
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Ya, kita nggak bisa ngeliat muka kita.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Hah? Kita nggak suka ngeliat muka kita sendiri? Aku nggak peduli. Ya, kita megang muka kita dulu kali. Udah nggak usah lah nggak sih? Oke. Kenapa?
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait,
Apa tuh?
is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Enggak kok.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean?
Kok orang ini
What
nyuruh-nyuruh
is the
gitu?
emotion you're trying
Atau-
to convey?
Ini aja
You
kan?
should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
Enggak. Gue
You find
baik-baik
no
aja.
sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
Coba yang ini deh. Ini beda loh.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Oke. Oke. Kenapa kayak senyum gitu ya? Berarti gue bercanda doang sih. Aman kan? Bentar, tadi ada skill point. Ini kan gue levelnya berapa kali? Cara gue level apa gak? You don't have enough skill point. Oh, experience 100. 10 dari 100. Save game. Tanggal berapa nih?
Hello, officer.
Maret 51, tanggal 5. Hah?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor.
Uncap duluan, siap, makasih Fadlan Fadila.
This is the
Kok
start
arahan
of
Fadila tuh
too
namanya?
many nights out on the city.
Kita coba
No.
baik ke semua orang kali.
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer,
Ya, awkward ya
an
jadinya.
artistic statement, a claim to official renown.
Gue pengen bercanda sih tadi.
No, you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
Oke.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Gue gak inget apa-apa nih.
Couldn't say.
Bener-bener gak inget apa-apa deh.
In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you
Kalau
strike
ada
yourself
pertandingan bola
as
hari ini,
tight-lipped
dilihat aja deh. Jam 1:30,
She must
santai-santai
have
jam.
heard something.
Kita bener-bener lupa nih siapa kita. Ini apa nih? Suggestion. Jangan itu. Waduh.
Could it be
Ininya.
because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Udah gak sih, cabut aja gak sih?
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Oke. Kita polisi
Something
coba.
stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need, the need to ask questions.
Oke.
It's like you said the words a million times before.
Oke.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Oke.
Yes.
Oh ini. Gue pengen cari tahu siapa yang itu yang lempar sepatu tadi
There
siapa?
was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Yes.
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Not disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
Hah? Jam 2 malam diskonya berhenti.
A
Kenapa?
slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Wah, mabok banget kita.
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but You sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way? Like a wild beast? Ya, enggak. Bukan itu. Terus apa
Then
yang
you
terjadi?
started screaming and trashed the place.
Oke. Apakah kamu yakin aku tidak lagi di ini? Kita nggak tahu sih.
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
Oke.
A window was smashed.
Oke.
Tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Oke. Kita sebagai polisi harus tegas ya.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Oke.
You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution,
Oke.
she is central to our moment in time.
Disgrace former capital. Oh. Divided into zone of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution season. Jangan dah. Kita nggak mau memilih memihak siapa-siapa nggak sih?
Yeah.
Makanya.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Oke.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers.
Kelas bang gamenya. Ini siapa anak mental? Halo bang.
The current one.
Emang kelas banget ya gini game. Tapi gue keren sih cara dia. Gue nggak tahu sih. Mungkin buat orang-orang ini bosen ya. Tapi kayak kita kan kayak detektif, tanda kutip detektif ya. Assalamualaikum, bang, wak, halo. Sabah Osas. Ini siapanya ubu Osas.
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years.
Lucu sih cara dia. Belum pernah sih gue kayak gini. 8,000 years, sir. Apa yang lucu? Kita kayak bodoh banget
You're
ya.
right. There is nothing funny about
Ayo.
civilization.
Nggak ada itu ayo. Oke,
Glad
terima
to
kasih
have
dah.
been of assistance.
Terima kasih Mbak ya. Sorry nih. Oke. Kita nih kan kita punya. Oh, bisa di ini toh. Tadi kita ada kunci, cuy. Lah nggak pakai celana kita. Lagi main game apa hari ini, Pak? Ini malam-malam gini kita main game dewasa ya. Yang dewasa banget sampai gue sendiri nggak ngerti ini game apa. Bentar, tadi kan kita ada kunci. Apa langsung bisa? Ini bisa. Oh, enggak. Ada kunci. Pakai baju. Udah dapat makan siang gratisnya? Wah, belum cuy. Lagi dianterin kali. Tadi kunci yang di kantong kita mana? Apa di... Tadi kita ada kunci, cuy. Coba kata-kata hari ini giat. Tidak usah pedulikan makan siang gratisnya. Kamu pedulikan saja. Apa anjir? Apa ada sesuatu di table? Ada duit. Masa kita ngambil duit orang sih? Cukup tahu saja bahwa di dunia ini yang gini-gini. Tidak usah pedulikan makan siang gratis hari ini. Di dunia ini pedulikan saja makan pagi kamu. Apa anjir? Nih, tadi kan kita kunci. Bahasa apa deh? Mantap, siap, makasih. Wah. Orang kok bisa ya kayak dapat kata-kata yang cepet gitu kalau ditanya kayak gitu. Kayaknya harus disiapin deh. Tadi gue siapin deh. Bentar, kita ada kunci. Cara ngeceknya gimana ya? Cuma sebelah tuh. Kita ngelempar tadi kayaknya. Di kamar kita tadi ada yang bolong gitu kan. Kaca kita bolong gitu. Terus kayak, oh kayaknya kita lempar sepatu sih.
Hello, sweetie.
Cryptozoologist
You
wife.
shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Ah, teman kita ini. Oke. Bentar. Udah lanjut aja deh. Kayaknya nggak usah ngomong-ngomong lagi deh. Ini teman kita nih katanya.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Tanda gitu ya. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket as well as on its back are the same enigmatic white triangle as on your blazer. Oh, sama kita.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Panggil aku officer aja kali.
Very well, officer.
Kita nggak tahu nama kita siapa.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Enggak, belum.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Belum. Jangan bohong kita cuy.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area,
Okay.
getting up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Interview apa?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Belum.
Okay,
Belum.
we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Kayaknya dia baik dah. Kita punya nama yang sama gitu, badge yang sama.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Hah? Kita nggak boleh ngasih tahu gitu, kita lupa. Oh.
body is still
Nggak tahu
in
sih,
the
kita nggak tahu.
tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Iya, but
I can see you drank last night and the
nggak
night
bisa nginget
before,
apa-apa kita.
and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Ya, kata-kata Ari. Janganlah merasa sedih kalau dia punya lelaki lebih baik daripada kita. Nggak gitu, bukan gitu bacanya. Janganlah merasa sedih kalau dia punya lelaki lebih baik dari kita. Tapi, banyak wanita yang lebih baik dari pacar cewek kita. Janganlah merasa sedih kalau... Paham? Enggak, banyak wanita yang lebih baik daripada pacar cewek kita. Pacar cewek kita cowok.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
Oke.
Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Iya, bener.
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take
Saya bisa
precedence.
pura-pura sih. Pura-pura aja.
You, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Gue ini deh. Yang itu dulu. Manajer yang ini.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Oke.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Oke.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
Oh, dia yang nanya-nanya nih.
Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
I have everything. You?
Yes, yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
He thinks you're stupid.
Anjir. Oke. Dikira bodoh gitu guys.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous
nggak.
questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
PC-mu apa, Wak? Maksudnya PC gua apa? Spek ya? Ryzen 5. VGA-nya RX 570. Ya. Ryzen 5 lupa gua. Mau gue iniin. Bentar. Ryzen 5 kalau HP-mu, HP gua Realme yang kalau dibalikin, kalau HP-nya diginiin, layarnya bisa copot. Keren dah pokoknya. Kita jangan jadi bodoh banget ya. Di mana?
She went away because none of your business.
Aku bukan
Have
bisnis
they not
kita.
been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me.
Lah
She
iya.
went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate
Oh, si dia nih, si Garte ini minta nomornya si Sylvie, terus gara-gara dia kayak nggak pengen gitu lah. Went away maksudnya kabur.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come. I felt obliged to.
Oke, jangan agresif
What
banget
is
lah.
so goddamn fascinating about that for you? Nothing to do with the lynching.
Sorry. Realme C3 kah? Mau tahu bener nih. Realme i7 kalau nggak salah ya. Ada nggak sih Realme L7? Ya Realme L7 kayaknya. 7i. i7 Intel.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Okay.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can
Ngapain?
get to the courtyard through there.
Jam setengah satu kan? Apa jam satu
for the
gitu?
Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit.
Tergantung mood dah. Gue pengen nyoba juga sih istri malam.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro,
Udah, nggak
sweeping
usah
over
ini.
the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of
Apakah mau ada kerjaan lain selain jadi YouTuber?
their weight.
Freelance sih.
War, lamella, and
Freelance
guns.
photographer.
But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's you.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Penglaku apa aja, woi, bang, cuy, uhuy, bebas semuanya asalkan halal aja tuh. Ya kah harus day nggak sih? Karena butuh banyak orang kan.
The lieutenant turns
Coba
the
gue.
page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Lihat aja dah.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Kenapa ini? Oh, kita...
Excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global
Oh.
reserve currency. Whatever part of the world
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window
Okay.
was the first thing I
Okay,
Another
lewat
thing
sini.
you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30.
Kita bayar
for
nggak
hard
bisa?
work maintaining the stability and order of revenue. What are you, a philosopher?
Ya.
Money is what grown-up people
Lu ada
use
nonton
to
anime kah?
pay for
Ada dong. Shit, nih game
things
text
like
based dan
this
audio parah.
hostel room
Seru ternyata Ci. Tadi gue kan ini ya.
8 bottles of potent blend
Terus
and 9 packs
Sabar,
of
Pak.
Royal Extra.
tadi kan gue kayak ngeledek gitu ya, ngeledek pertanyaan dia nih. Ngeledek pertanyaan si orang ini. Terus dia ngatain kita kayak bodoh gitu, cuy. Bukannya dia bang bayar pakai apaan? Iya, gue nggak bisa bayar nih, nggak ada opsi bayar. Tadi kan gue kayak ngeremehin dia, terus dia kayak nganggap kita bodoh, cuy. Terus gue kayak lucu juga tuh. Apa kita jadi bodoh aja? Jangan lah, jangan. Kita jadi officer yang bener dong. Nonton anime ada, nonton anime. Tadi barusan nonton Death Note. Terus kemarin jarang sih gue nonton anime. Apa nih, money SWAT? Iya, I don't have any money.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in
Kapan room tour?
of his orange bomber.
Gak menarik cuy room gua. Cuman kotak, abis itu udah itu doang. Oh,
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then
oke.
Maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Oke. Aku
Officer,
nggak inget
you
di mana.
really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them.
Oke deh.
Ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation
Oke
started
deh.
now.
Ya gue nyusahin banget nih, lupa gini. Gue nyusahin banget anjir. Ini apa?
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But
Iya,
you've
nggak inget sih.
been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you?
Iya nggak tahu kita.
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Oke, tadi
Maybe
apa?
a street or an apartment will appear.
Oke, nggak, kita lapor dulu deh. Umur kamu berapa bang? Kenapa tuh? Pokoknya sudah berumur lah. Coba aja tanya Nightbot. Bentar. Ini gue pengen ini nih. Who made the call? Oh kita ini nih. Di mana ini? Gue pengen nanya si dia.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even. A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch.
Enggak, gue di kemana ini? Bentar, kita ke ini dulu deh. Gue pengen report badge-nya dulu sih, biar enak gitu. Ini apa?
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes. Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down.
Oke, nggak ngerti gue itu apa. Hari ini gue kemana ya? Ke mobil dia.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? No.
Iya juga sih. Oh, oke, iya.
Lieutenant nods.
Kita langsung nanyain. Gue pengen tahu di mana ininya,
Let's
cuy.
change the subject. What do you
Oke,
want
ini
to
dah.
know?
Oh, ini.
You can tell me what you do know.
Oke.
Narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you?
Oke.
3 days
Brief.
ago,
Okay.
the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver
3
had
days
been there
ago.
for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Gue udah di kamar ini berapa lama? 3 hari.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Oke.
A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Lupa lagi anjir kita. Strong prejudice against. Fuck. RCM apa sih?
Says, the Rebachol
Oh,
citizens
itu kita.
militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
It is authority slowly question, okay?
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Nah, ya ini nih.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a
Oh,
pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Hah?
That's
Iya.
good. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Pop off.
It's just stupidity. We
Oh.
shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Oke.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Oke. Gue pengen ke ini cuy, ini gimana? You can use the radio in his motor car to call. Motor carnya di mana? Oh, ini ya?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and
Ini
white.
punya dia.
Vapor emanates from the large engine. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook. Pull out, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Oke.
This is Precinct 57.
Halo,
Hello,
Alice.
How may I...
Hello, Alice. Please assist.
Gue
our
bakal lupa
colleague
juga
from
nih
the
nama orang-orang, gue
41st
jelek
precinct here.
ngafalin nama orang.
I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I
Tadi
assist
lucu
you?
banget opsinya tadi.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Enggak, ini mikirin yang lain kita nih. Kita mikirin yang ini.
Just a second, officer.
An old man.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st, come in, over.
Okay.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Okay.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Yeah.
I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Oke. Kalau gue harus
What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
enggak.
What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Iya.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Oh, ini kita nih.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from
Hah? Ini kita nih.
Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name.
Huh?
It's the name of a
Oh,
fictional
okay.
detective who
Bagus.
would not lose his badge.
Oke. Karena itu nama kita.
Immediately, they're laughing at you.
Ini aja kan?
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to note here that you're in touch with
Okay.
your
Okay.
badge. Over.
Oke.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Oke, kita bohong aja.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun.
Ya ampun, dia nge...
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
It's a single shot kill A9. An armistice to be precise.
Jangan bohong.
It's kill 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here,
Disco?
his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got...
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. I'm not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with...
He said he sodomized your mother.
Prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure,
Begin the
vanilla
Drew
waffles
one.
were the only thing he ate? Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by it.
Okay. Tell him.
Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters here.
Satellite Officer... 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Butuh duit juga kita, cuy.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
Apa
You're
yang
going
harus
to be
dipikirkan?
looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
Oh
Be
iya bener sih.
smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Oh iya bener deh, jangan deh.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12. Visitors present here. Over.
Halo Bang Wims, halo Bang Wims. Nggak jadi deh.
Sir. Over.
Gue butuh duit,
10-4,
bisa
I
nggak?
hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request.
Oke
What
deh.
does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. Anything
Okay.
else, sir? Over.
Oke deh.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Oke, terima kasih deh. Udah kita ke belakang berarti. Coba kita balik ke kamar kita dulu deh. Tadi update apa? Iya, siapa tahu dia ada info.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every...
Ini apa nih? Oh, kunci. Ini apa?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
No problem, officer.
Oke. Gak enak sama dia. Dia memalingkan mukanya coba. Ini ada duit sih, kita bisa colong sih. Jangan deh. Wah, ini sepatu kita.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not good. They're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. True.
Oke. Apa nih yang gue bisa level up? Gue pengen nambahin ini gue dah. Ini juga oke sih. Ini aja sih. Oke, sekarang kita balik. Masuk ke courtyard. Coba ini. Apa nih? Kita kemana sih? Courtyard. Oh, kayaknya keluar. Wild pines.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job
Jangan dong.
permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from
Dewan
the
sih explore dulu aja bang.
Santiago.
Anak mental udah pernah main ini. Gue terlalu banyak tapi terlalu banyak explore nggak? Tapi nggak apa-apa lah.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logist. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor.
Ada demo.
Much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Oke dah, kita nggak usah ganggu dia. Kasian orang tidur. Kita jadi orang baik banget coba. Kita nggak mencuri, kita nggak, walaupun kita nggak jadi polisi yang biasa ya. Gimana sih ininya? Oh, ya ampun.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes.
Ada anak bocil di
The face
sini.
around them does
Kok
not
nggak ada?
look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Endurance-nya.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
Baik dia nih, si Kim.
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow, Kuno.
Nggak, kita nggak muntah. Ini ada bocil di sini.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid,
Anjir,
then
dikatain
this is
jelek.
it. He's almost exquisite in
Nggak
his
boleh gitu,
ugliness.
nggak boleh gitu
Like a-
otak.
Oh yeah, Napa Gumpy, Kuno.
Oh, yang ini yang satu lagi nih.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Fuck that, Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthhole.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The
Oh, no.
fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with these creatures.
Udah bodo amat ah. Iya. Ini apa? Kuning artinya apa ya?
There are several footprints in the mud,
Oh,
left by work boots.
perception.
Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Bisa dong, bisa.
Maybe
Yes,
more
bisa.
than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Oke. Ada 8 jejak kaki.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell.
Iya sih.
Could also have been an adolescent.
Iya
The
mungkin.
gait is undeveloped. Not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are
Oke,
8.
gendut satu orangnya.
It's another standard work.
Tapi bisa jadi anak-anak ini sih.
4. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
$400 juta anjir.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Bisa jadi orang yang sama sih. Coba. Tapi beda-beda ukuran sih. Tapi ini ada yang bisa sama. Coba nih, yang 42 yang mana? Yang 44 ada nih. Ini sama ini sama. Ini sama ini sama. 3 orang sih bisa jadi. Nih. Ini sama ini sama lah, dikit lagi. Ini sama ini sama. Ini baru. Ini baru. Terus ini baru juga.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see
Apa tuh?
anything out of the ordinary?
Heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying
Oh, mungkin
the
juga
other
tuh.
tied up?
Mungkin juga tuh.
Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon to be dead.
He might.
Mungkin juga sih. Mungkin juga sih.
200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or
Anjir,
just
keren dah ini.
marched to gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't nggak sadar.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men.
Bener sih.
Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? A woman or a kid?
Bisa jadi anak ini sih.
How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Nggak tahu kita.
Understood. Anything else? Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Mungkin
No,
ya.
it's not. Forget I said it. We are not
Iya, nggak
looking
apa-apa.
for a drummer.
Nggak apa-apa, santai Kim. Santai Kim.
Be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The
Mungkin ya.
accelerator.
Enggak juga di.
We should keep our eyes open around the
Yeah.
traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Iya.
You're right. Let's keep a low profile. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
Oke.
Commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Ya baik cuy, baik banget. Apa jangan
A mob
kita
of
harus
people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree.
Iya,
Then,
bener sih.
after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Oh iya, ada semua sih. Oke, bagus. Ini belum nih. Kita nggak usah pulang dulu sih. Coba ada info lagi nggak di sini? Ada duit nih. Ntar ada lagi di sini.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid patterns, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. It's nothing. Someone just left some
Iya,
to
enggak.
ask. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute, some
Nggak usah anjir, nggak usah tahu kita itu. Kadang-kadang punya fakta semua tentang semua hal kayaknya annoying juga deh. Ntar, ini semuanya Buddha nih di sini. Oh ini nih.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. Just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Nggak, kita buka supaya siapa tahu ada info apa gitu.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Murder was the case they gave me.
Enggak ini sih.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More in Too late. It's until a pool of vomit lies. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the Whirling in Rags. If she works here, she might have...
Pretty clever.
Acquiring
buka ini
ammonia
dulu.
will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Oke. Gue pengen masuk dulu. Tadi gue report tuh udah. Oh ini belum nih. Yuk kita nelfon si Livi dulu coba ya. Nelfonnya di mana? Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave. Oke, dia mau bilang tadi. Tadi gue bisa lari.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Nggak ada nih.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes.
Oh, ada nih.
Oh, right. Hello, officer.
Kita
What can I
pura-pura.
do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Oke. Tidak, kita tahu.
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
From someone.
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
Okay.
Why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me.
Oh, dia nggak tahu siapa yang.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
Kenapa union
No
ya?
one calls the police. The union would get angry.
Oh.
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Bener kan tadi kata si Kim juga bilang gitu kan? Nah, kita udah tahu kan ini.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Oke, santai.
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there.
Okay.
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Yeah.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Sorry.
Yes. You have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Squatting apa tuh?
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. You call her... Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many...
Okay, sorry.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the OO.
Oh, okay.
I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Oh, jangan-jangan di situ.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
Jangan-jangan ada file ini gua.
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn paper.
Tempat sampah.
I don't remember every little thing I do.
Sorry.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't.
Oke, ada sesuatu. Kita ada alasannya kenapa kita pengen buang dokumen itu, tapi nggak ingat kita. Terus kita nggak suka jadi polisi. Bukan nggak suka sih. Kayaknya bukan nggak suka jadi polisinya sih. Terus percakapannya, dari tadi anak mental ini seru ya anjir. Anak mental dengerin ya. Oke, nggak apa temenin, nggak usah ngechat, nggak apa. Iya sih. Kayak aduh keren ya. Terus dengan dia ada suaranya jadi kita bisa tahu gitu apa dia bohong atau enggak, atau perasaannya gimana. Iya, gue pengen jadi orang baik nih.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Oke deh.
You hear a sigh of relief.
Oke.
End of the radio.
Bisa jadi di tempat sampah sih. Tapi kenapa gua harus? Kayaknya nggak usah deh, nggak usah.
The already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
Terima kasih Alice.
You see a set of still. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
Apa tuh?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Apa gua apa nih? Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop.
Oke, gue sorry cop.
Who's sorriest? Let's make it official.
Aduh, jangan dong. Jangan dong. Apa ada lagi nggak?
Apocalypse, Superstellar, The Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop,
Kita suka minta maaf anjir. Wah, jangan-jangan ini cerminan gue lagi. Wah, ini cerminan gue lagi.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back soon. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this.
Iya.
Info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
Anjir, keren anjir. Jangan-jangan ini. Oke. Kita kayaknya You're on sorry, piece of shit, a companion, a flagellant cop monk. This is not a right line of your work. You should be groveling at feet of the Lord. Internalnya sah. Minus 1 authority, embarrassment. Oh, jangan dong. Jangan. Oh, ini kayak skill gitu loh. Bukan skill sih. Gak usah kali, kita gak usah ada alasannya kita kenapa gak mau pulang kali. Pigs go home. Ini Wild Pines. Kita tuh gak diinginkan tahu di sini. Coba kita ke dalam dulu ya. Kita mau ngecek ada ini gak dia. Oh bentar. Ini kita bisa ngecek nih. Pak, mau kemana?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Ini kok bisa gak?
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event.
Jai. Kayaknya gue tepat deh.
It's a message written in the language of bird.
Kita pinter.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there. And then accelerated straight into the fence. Left a hole big enough for
dia mundur ke sininya. Oh.
According, the driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Yalah.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there.
Bentar. Nah, kita ngapain nih berarti? Gue pengen cari dokumennya sih. Gue cuma pengen ini dong. Kayaknya ini dibutuhkan gitu. Supaya nanti kalau misalnya atau nggak dibutuhin juga deh kayaknya. Soalnya kan gini kan di tempat ini kan kita nggak terlalu berkuasa gitu. Mending kita nanya orang aja deh. Tadi informasi yang kita dapetin apa? Oh ini nih. Ini open text content. Buka aja deh nggak apa-apa. Unionnya di mana? Unionnya di mana?
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Okay.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical
Tell me
materialist.
more.
He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution. Where he headed, he killed himself.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Was there something you wanted? What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing?
A session that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
Okay.
Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay,
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Okay. Malam banget berarti.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oke. Kuncinya apa tadi? Kuncinya ada kan tadi? Oh ya udah. Oh kuncinya kayak gitu, enak deh, bagus deh.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack. The lock don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Gue satu sisi pengen ngerti kita, tapi satu sisi nggak pengen juga. Gue agak bingung sih.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Insting aja deh.
Time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash.
Okay.
It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or That one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's
juga
just
sih.
a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks
See?
Iya nggak
The
bisa kita nih.
lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Okay.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. It's just organic waste. What's this?
What the?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've
Boleh
even got
kita?
an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
Iya. Mungkin ya.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Mana? Oh, belum.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron, only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Ya mantap. Use inspect button.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from
Gue penasaran sih sejujurnya.
barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of you. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The youth, something rattles inside, ever so lightly, and something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment, the plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Taruh aja deh.
They're not exactly white.
Kayaknya itu ID
They're
kita
yellow
dah.
in patches by sunlight and alcohol.
Tapi gue senang sih kita nggak ada nama.
Handwriting. Ink escapes into once in a while. There's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case, work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Halo Bang, mantap. Halo Bang Kiki, mantap. Bang Kiki udah selesai. Udah jam 1 ya sekarang. Berarti kita harus end nih guys. Tapi lagi seru nih guys.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid
Pegel punggung gua. Siap, santai dulu.
breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Tadi emang dari jam berapa Bang Kiki?
Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook.
Jam 8 kayak, wih lama juga.
Shiny pens. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes: inspect the interview the cafeteria. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens below.
No, actually. Any ideas?
Oh, kita bisa namain case-nya. Jelek-jelek semua sih.
Then maybe I can suggest one. Oh, that's actually what I was thinking. The Hanged Man. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. Two? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar parlor. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close. The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Ini. Gue pengen ini.
Is not
Ya, nggak bisa.
what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out. According to 3, the topmost are, you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being
Oke. Itu udah namain doang sih. Ini kemana cara ke atas itu ya?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Waduh. Belum itu. Gue pengen nanya orang ini dah.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Oh.
Of course. What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. Where to? The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and it's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. No problem.
She's very well composed.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them.
Baik banget.
I have another pair.
Tadi gue bisa cara makanya gini. Cara makainya gimana? Halo Bang Muwn, belum tidur kah? Belum nih. Pengen nyoba, oh ini. Oh nambah interfacing kita coba. Coba kita bisa cek lagi nggak yang ada di dalam kita.
It's the ledger. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper
belum bisa.
is stuck to the back.
Bisa nggak bisa? Ya kita ke dalam. Enter kita nggak usah pakai ini. Kita nanya ke dia nih tentang bajunya.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Dan persa 3 relate dong Muwn. Oke, nanti ya Bang Ega.
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Oke. Unionnya nggak ada punya kunci apa?
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and
Okay.
I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes? Another thing. Great. Yes?
Ya udah nggak usah dah. Ya gue kan ada ini. Ada apa bisa ngecek bajunya kali? Nurunin ininya nggak bisa apa? Kita pakai ini.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
Ntar gue turunin kan? Oke, sekarang kita harus apa? Union, oh ke Union, ke Union.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Oh, kita jangan terlalu ini juga ya, jangan terlalu...
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Okay.
Ha! No, I'm joking.
Okay. Bohongan dia.
This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Jangan kasih tahu kita polisi sih.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Tapi gue pengen nanya
Hello again, Mom. He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
Okay.
All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Okay.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Okay deh.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands.
Gue pengen kesana langsung sih.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? Forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Okay.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Okay.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid
Oh, dia
much in
tahu
the
kita
hours alone.
polisi.
Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
Okay.
Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
3% anjir. Udah, terima kasih. Kita tunggu malam aja kan berarti. Nih. But most likely they'll venture to upkeep Nayo. Oke. Dan katanya dia datang pas malam-malam. Oh, kita ada map. Oh, enggak deh.
An old monument stands in the middle of the track. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I,
Bisa dibeli toko buku, oke.
the Squanderer, the Great. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of Philip III's ludicrous bronze likeness looks defiantly up into the sky.
Udah. Ntar kayaknya kita deket-deket sini ada lagi nggak sih? Inspect the victim body belum. Perasaan gue udah muntah kan? Apa harus muntah lagi?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. The ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so much.
Ini udah 2:30. Emang iya?
Cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals.
Mata gue jadi pengen bokeh.
While the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet
Pikiran.
and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay. Ini dikit nih. Research 30 menit. Itu 30 menit beneran. Beneran 30 menit. Hah? Bisa kerjaun? Enggak. Ini beneran 30 menit apa? Oh, apa bisa? Oh. 30 menit in game, oke. Ya. Jangan deh. Nggak apa-apa deh. Bisa sambil beli ini ya? Oke.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks? All right.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this Kuno.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a...
The lieutenant takes a quick note in.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like...
BKB bangun ah. Sehat. Gimana Kenzi boy?
Right. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters FALN running down his trouser leg.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists.
Oh, taruh dulu. Siap-siap, Constable.
Scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban
Nggak, buat apa
Coach
gua beli itu?
Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Okay.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for following
Siap, Muwn.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker?
Muwn nggak.
Because he's the clothes fucker.
Okay, Bang Muwn. Okay.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Huh?
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Balik, cuy. Iya, cuy.
Keep that scar.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Opagite descent. It used to be a common first name.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
You mean the young woman by whirling in rags? Si ini, Sylvie. Atau yang tadi depan itu?
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Nanya aja sih.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Agak sus.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
Whoa.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Kita nanya aja sampai
Kuno
ngejelas.
didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Oh, kita ya?
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost. The fuck about it?
You're
dude.
testing.
Get lost.
Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Oke.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. Don't ask questions. Roll with it. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Wish Kuno could. That shit was vile.
Apa maksudnya tadi? Dicoba lagi.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Oh, what? You fucking. Kuno doesn't.
Kita tanya gardernya tadi. Ini
Yes?
gue bukan mau nanya itu.
Hello again, officer. Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Apa nih maksudnya?
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he's
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do.
Jadi ada yang selesai nih.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around.
All endurance Y checks unlocked. Running capsule and reservoir. Maksudnya apa tuh? Anjir, keren juga sistem itu dia. Level up. Gue pengen level up ini deh. Apa ini aja? Perception ya? Kita perceptionnya lumayan jelek sih. Jason apa? Oh, kita bisa ini lagi. Bisa ngambil ini.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
Activity.
He's about to blow!
Belum. Kayaknya ini nggak ini deh. Apa yang kita bisa tanya lagi ya? Oh, nanya-nanya orang sini aja. Demonya di mana ya? Pawn shop. Demonya di atas kali. Ini semua tuh mobil nih.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to design. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol.
Iya sih.
It's a lorry driver.
Emang racist ya?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air, your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Jangan dong, jangan nonjok dong.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you
Ah,
say,
yeah.
officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, jadi kamu racist ya?
Just racist? Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved. Even if some people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. Naturally, the Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Banyak ngomong.
Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kitsaraga's stern expression remains unchanged. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike.
Dock worker? Gimana sih itu?
Sit and wait on your ass situation. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? Oh, not much anymore. Apples.
Apples.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of... Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think. The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers. He reaches for a new one.
Oh, yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious. Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
Oh, ini nih demonya. Bisa nggak kita nanya orangnya? Oh, yang atas dulu, yang atas dulu.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab.
Scab ada tuh.
Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe.
Scab.
But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop strike. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easy.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Dramanya OP banget ya.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up the stairs?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there.
Oh ini.
Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Not yet, no. He's incredibly
Kita kayaknya bisa
strong.
ngebantuin si Scap ini deh.
Sure. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Okay.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Oh dia nggak Scap cuy. Sama kayak orang di atas itu. Oh iya Scap ini.
We have a right to work. Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the
Right to work. Right to work.
Maybe you should ask them questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Oh.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel.
Bisa dia lawan kayak.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Kita nih, jadi kan mereka lagi mogok kerja gitu, si orang-orang ini. Nah si Skep ini ngambil tempat si yang gak kerja ini, si orang yang mogok kerja ini kayak nggak mau nih. Lah kita nggak kerja kan karena ada sesuatu nih. Lah ini ada orang yang lebih murah gitu bayarannya. Terus kayak basically sama aja sih mereka berdua itu, si Skep sama yang ini. Gak ada komunikasi aja sih.
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together,
Iya bener sih.
decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Lagi nih. Mungut-mungut aja kayaknya bisa dibayar.
body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kita hijack ya.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Oh itu kita. Kira
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul siapa dia?
You are but a vessel for the Ghul.
Atau kita?
Ver Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Iya sih.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach.
Ini.
It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pull. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshahet's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Okay. Waduh.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your...
He had nothing to do with it.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Of course you are, Levasholian man. The failure of communism to challenge the world order is the core of your race's fate. All around you, the fruits of its defeat. And above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance. Just like the rest, I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
MASIH stoically looks to the distance. In
Udah, kita end di sini dulu dah teman-teman. Gila, seru sih, tapi kayaknya iya nggak bisa pagi-pagi sih gue streamnya. Ya terima kasih teman-teman udah malam nih.